As a matter of fact, scientists around the world have studied the Martian surface in more detail than our oceans. That's a terribly shocking fact. But why, you may ask? Well, that's because our oceans are incredibly deep. The known deepest point in our oceans is called the Challenger Deep, that has a staggering depth of almost 11 kilometers. And to make things even more mysterious, let me tell you that light just cannot travel further than 800 meters underwater. Doing some basic math, we can figure out that almost roughly 10.2 kilometers of our oceans are black. Literally pitch black. No light. This is what makes exploring the oceans tougher. But remember, 70% is water. That means more chances for secrets and treasures, and this video will just look at those treasures that are buried deep down in our oceans. Before we move ahead, take a moment to subscribe to the channel and ring the bell icon. Roughly 70% of the Earth's surface is covered by water, and very little is known about the treasures hidden in the deep sea. Underwater discoveries are not only related to mapmakers or marine researchers. Deep down in the ocean's surface, treasures are buried that compasses, precious metals and rare earth elements, oil and diamonds. In 1868, in the Arctic Ocean of Siberia, deep-sea minerals and polymetallic nodules were explored. The United Nations has estimated around 3 million shipwrecks are lying across our ocean floor with historical significance. It is commonly admitted that only 20% of the sea surface has been mapped, and the rest of the place is becoming more mysterious as compared to the surface of the Moon and Mars. It shows that explorers going down to the bottom and explore many things. The bottom of the deep ocean has been described as an underwater desert, but mud and rock at the bottom of ocean holds incredible records of past events of ocean. In 1872, the British chemist Edward Sonstady found that there was an unknown treasure on the ocean's floor worth of 20 million tons of gold, but mankind has failed to bring it to the surface. Let's now take a look at the most valuable treasures lying underwater. Treasures of Caesarea. On 22nd December, 2 shipwrecks that sank during the Mamluk period from 1250 to 1516 and the other sank in the Roman era in the mid-3rd century were recovered near the coast of Caesarea. It can also be stated that in 2015, an explorer Vika Fair explored the remains of the shipwreck when he found something shining among the sand that came to know that it was a gold coin and another and another. He informed the Israeli authorities, and in no time, they found around 2,000 gold coins and several statues. According to the reports, the treasure comprises of hundreds of coins, silver and gold rings, rare gems, belts, and remains of the shipwrecks. Sinking of the Sunken. Sunken is a town with unexpected discoveries. In 1990s, a ship was discovered of the 17th century containing assorted piles of Moroccan gold. In 2004, another mystery was found in this beautiful town. That was the boat dated to the Bronze Age with the estimated worth about $800 million. Nuestra Senora de Atocha. In 1622, the ship Nuestra Senora de Atocha sank due to the hurricane on the coast of Florida when it was heading to its last stop in Havana. That ship had sailed to the Columbia and the Panama for gold, precious stones, copper, silver, indigo, and tobacco worth of around $400 million for King Philip IV, but lost in the ocean. Titanic. In April 1912, the iconic ship Titanic, which was supposed to be unsinkable, sank due to the collision with an iceberg. In 1985, the ship was found, and Robert Ballard brought to light that Titanic had broken into 2 pieces and sank, now discovered with several objects in good condition at a value of $200 million. The enigmatic Sphinx of the Bahamas. In 2014, the explorers discovered the statue, which taking after Egypt's iconic Sphinx of the Bahamas with a worth of $1.2 billion. Now, hold on a minute. A Sphinx underwater? Are you kidding me? Well, if you can offer some answers, do let me know in the comments. Heraklion, the sunken metropolis. In 2000, Frank Gaudio divulged the deluged city of Heraklion is a treasure creation for researchers. In the 2nd century, when it disappeared under the water, although only coins, pottery, and precious stones were left behind, but its historical importance is gigantic. Christ of the Abyss. The underwater bronze statue that was designed to honor the memory of Italy's first scuba diver, Dario Gonzatti, was discovered in the Mediterranean near Portofino with a worth of around $90,000. The statue was placed into the water way back in 1954 at a depth of 17 meters. It stands 2.5 meters tall, and the position it was placed at was the one at which Dario Gonzatti, the first Italian to use the scuba gear, died earlier in 1954. Due to concerns regarding corrosion, the statue was later taken out from water in 2003. Neapolis, Rome's lost underwater city. In 17th century, a calamitous tsunami exterminated the ancient Roman city Neapolis. Nevertheless, in 2010, it was discovered with well-preserved straits, monuments and tanks that embellishes our understanding of Roman civilization. Pavlo Petri, the submerged city in the Mediterranean. This city was located near the coast of Greece and discovered in 1967 that provides entire city layout. The city was badly damaged by the tourists searching souvenirs, but its historical momentous cannot be ignored. Giant tube worms. These are the most successful species around the vents and thrive in an extreme environment. These worms grow where hot, mineral-laden water flows out of the deep seafloor. When volcanic activity on the seafloor changes and the hot water stops flowing, these worms may die. But when the new hot water pops up in other areas, these worms quickly colonize them. Scientists have discovered thousands of mountains on the ocean's floor. In August 2014, in the Pacific Ocean, when scientists were mapping the ocean floors, they were astonished to see a new mountain that no one had ever seen before. This seamount is 1,100 meters above the ocean floor. No one had ever noticed before, as this part of the ocean was not well explored. Deep coral reefs. Deep coral reefs can be found up to 6,000 meters below the ocean surface, where water is icy cooled. However, deep-sea corals don't need sunlight. Deep-sea corals can live for hundreds to thousands of years, feeding on microscopic animals. They have been found throughout the ocean on the rocky floor, in canyons, and on continental slopes. Underwater mines. Underwater mines have been known since 1860s. Currently, deep-sea mining is in the phase of exploration and trying to retrieve valuable mineral deposits on the ocean floor about 3,000 to 6,500 meters below its surface. It is a great source of the minerals, which can be found in the form of polymetallic nodules, polymetallic sulfides, and cobalt-rich ferromanganese crusts. Other mining operations target phosphates used as fertilizers in industrial agriculture. Although the deep sea holds a wealth of minerals, but these could be used as rapidly growing renewable energy technologies as well. Underwater caves. Scientists have discovered underwater caves, which appear differently according to their environment. Caves, which are in the warm waters, can be a home of coral reefs, while abundant life can be seen in the ice caves. Although caves are being discovered by the scientists, but they're very dangerous for the divers, because there is no natural light to see. Also, the space can be very tight and narrow, containing little oxygen, and twisting tunnels are difficult to navigate. In spite of all that, the expertise of the cave divers make it possible to find out what is living in the deepest of the darkest caves. Caves cannot be more than 3,000 meters vertically beneath the surface due to the pressure of overlying rocks. However, the deepest cave measured was 2,212 meters far in the world in the region of Georgia. Underwater caves are home to all aquatic animals. Fish with many species have been found in the underwater caves. Apart from these, sea stars, sponges, worms, and mollusks have also been found in the underwater caves. I'm sure by now you might be wondering, the ocean actually has plenty of secrets to offer. In fact, the number of treasures that are possibly hidden underwater is simply mind-blowing, taking into account the fact that over 80% of the oceans remain unexplored and have not even been mapped yet. So, our waters are actually really diverse. This brings us to the end of this video. If you enjoyed watching it, don't miss out on hitting the like and subscribe buttons, and before leaving, take a moment to smash the bell icon so you can stay notified by our next videos. Until next time, peace out.